Penny, your friend, Honorable Samson Tangombu. I hope I got it right. Yes, Chiragia, or no, a member of Parliament for Navongo Central. Woman chain. Menano Babon Como, na Argentina May Hokakra, near her, said your mano, Esiko, na Chubel video, na Yumididi, Sankomwe, Pepe. Kai, said what drink chair, and Susia Hobo, etumi eba na fe ya fan said here also you see fan and on Facebook live more campaigning ama candidates ahodo e MPP mu more campaigning pressure yampam mampayinda da mama no be fofo emedi endis yanimu no yenja on Facebook na for adwenkyere fabra more kase mampayinda da mama wono so wonko so a enko jipini enko lead endis yamanyoko no share na yeni nkomo we ye fe ne paimuka ye fa wada paimuka kingdom 107.7 eti enkoma ho no ye bedi pepepe na with me in the studio Honorable Samson Tangombu member of Parliament for Navongo Central. Honorable Mohammed Akwaba,
thank you very much.
Na apombo ko there
Everything good.
BBI okay.
Good afternoon to you. Your cherished listeners. Thank you for having me.
Right. It's great having you here.
I'll try to speak the English that everybody will understand.
Oh, Jika can't. It doesn't get you're treating kakra. Zabia, oh, Nkoye Papa, and Makaze, Nkoye cry. Aha. And you chin and go. First time in Parliament,
Yeah, first time in Parliament.
Nah, it is saying
everything is okay, brother. Everything is okay.
The feeling need to say as parliamentarian.
Look at that very well. I think it's a new era, and it's a place of learning. It's not about what you see outside. It's another school, and we are doing our best. And I feel it's okay. Some of us we are picking up various, and I know with time everything will be okay.
And the time and now, Obama, were you expecting to see say Enwangasa in itself is a learning process?
Yeah.
Before coming to Parliament.
Before coming, you might not know, but it's another school. When you enter the chamber, it's a very different procedures and processes are far different from what you sit outside and watch them. You need to understand the constitution. You need to understand the standard orders, and the way things are, the culture. It's a different culture altogether.
So, what motivated you to lead the people of Navongo Central? I didn't answer, and it didn't to cast over Bamra on their ticket.
As you pronounce it, let me pronounce it again for you. It's Samson Tangombu Chiragia.
Tangombu Chiragia.
Far back, 92, I started politics very early. As to how I started it, God alone knows. And I've been the constituency youth organizer. I've worked with national mobilization before. I worked with national mobilization for about 10 years alongside my university period. I've been the first constituency youth organizer, then national team, UST, I was the team organizer, then back to the constituency, I was a regional youth organizer for 4 years, until 2001. Before I left and joined Ghana Revenue Authority 2002. So I've served the people, I've been with the people over the years. I know what they want, I know their problems, I've lived with them, and wherever you go, you come back home. When I joined Ghana Revenue Authority, IRS at the time was posted to Accra here. I've been working in Accra to date. It's time for me to go back and serve my people, because I know them. I know their problems, and I think it's better you live with them. Because wherever you go, there's no place like home.
So, was it only Matana, only Momope, and only problems? Problems are one of Navongo Central, and even there.
Problems are just like any other area. Unemployment is one of the problems. Fine, Navongo is an enlightened community. We call Navongo Cape Coast of the North. But at the same time, education too is there. There are problems. Probably the courses they do. Navongo to know is that we have all the institutions in Navongo. Farming is a farming community. We need to go into commercial farming. We need to go with technology. So there are so many problems like in other area. So I've been with them, and I know how to live with them, and that is why I think it's a time for me to go back home, lead them, and then we'll see how best we can all bring the Vrongo up. That's the only place we have. The Vrongo is bigger than any other person. With the current trend of what is going on, with even this COVID tells you that wherever you come from, that is where you should be looking at. Because there's no place like home. You don't have any other place to go apart from where you come from.
So, you have unemployment. How big and unemployment a year on Navrongo Central?
I don't have the statistics at hand, but it's a big issue. You know, as I told you, Navrongo is Cape Coast of the North. We have the universities, we have the nursing training colleges, we have about over 8 Sunday schools, and the youth, they are there. So you can talk of almost the young guys who are not employed.
Educated youth.
Educated youth. If you want to educate, you can get a proper educated youth. We have them who are probably up to the SSF level, up to the university level, and they are not employed. It's almost more than about 30 to 40%
of the people.
Of people.
Generally, a day no more, a Juma Ben, a
Vrongo, we know we have the tunnel irrigation project. Most, about 20 to 30% of people are engaged. They're doing this rice farming. It's a farming community.
It's a farming community.
Rice farming, rice, granite, millet, maize, and then because of the training colleges and the university, most of them are doing teaching. Most of them are teachers. We have so many schools, so you can get so many teachers. We have the training college, and then the normal nursing training colleges, where some of them are engaged in the government sector. But if you want to look at what we do, it's a farming community.
It's a farming community. How youth no interest it was farming and no no above from and na omunkum anase ejuma for no mupintra.
We not all of them can be engaged at a tunnel irrigation project where you can do dry season and rainy season farming. And then with the weather, you cannot predict the current weather trend. So mostly people get disappointed when they farm, they go into farming, and at the end of the day, probably either the rains they overcome or they don't come at all, along it's cut short. So yes, people are encouraged to do farming, do something small for a living, but the rain sometimes discourage people. So you see, it is on and off. You go into this particular year, probably things, pepper farming, tomatoes, and you see that yes, this year is very good. And then the cloth, you farm and then the market, where to sell tomatoes and pepper. So they go into it, they this particular year, it will do well, they will get sales, they will get money. The coming year, they farm and then it all goes down. You can sell a bull for 20 Ghana cedis. So it is normal on and off. But since they don't have anything to do, what do? They go into farming for a living.
Navrongo, saying that Ohia is one Navrongo, how would you say, I mean, in terms of poverty, what's the level?
No, it's not too bad because, as I told you, most of
people are not so poor.
People are not so poor. It's just like in other area, but because they do the farming, for something to eat, it's not so like that. But everybody in Ghana here is not even poor. But when you say whether the person is poor or not, it's relative because depending on your way of living. But the people are okay. People go around and then they live better.
So Navrongo people are not poor.
They are poor. That's what I'm saying. The way you use the word poor, you cannot say they are poor. Things are difficult, but they are not poor because they live. You get to eat. Everybody, and that is what I'm saying. The way you use the word poor is very relative because you don't. It depends on what you want or how you are living. The living standard is not all that good because things are difficult, but they are not poor. The word poor is what I don't want us to use.
Okay. So, Navrongo, they have access to education.
Yeah, asset education.
Yes.
Yes.
Farming no main drive for employment in agriculture.
Agriculture is.
So, what are the major problems in Navrongo, so far as employment is concerned?
The farming, as I told you, we have a very big river, that's the Tono Irrigation Project, where people go into farming. Yes. Probably during the period, people might have problems with fertilizer. People are also going to mechanize boreholes of late, because it is not every area, every community that can get access to the river. Those very far, about 20% have access to the river. Those who are in other areas try to mechanize their own boreholes, do dry season tomatoes farming, pepper farming. Then in the wet season they use the rainwater, and then the rainwater, I say, sometimes disappoint them. So you go into it, then the rains can come. You know, in our area it's very funny. When the rains are coming, they come. You hear of the flood and all that. When the rain is stopping, it's stopped. So you cannot predict.
Saying planting for food and jobs, and the program that surrounds it, impacting or Kuyafua or Navrongo Central. Again, one village, one dam.
We don't have. We don't have.
Navrongo Central.
There's no dam at all. Those that we are ponds. Those they made attempt to construct, they are all dried up. So there's no point. They didn't. We have.
No, I want to be clear, sir. I buy to an amoso or yet dams on Navrongo Central, and I say they didn't even come to.
They came to.
I don't know.
There's their presence. They made an attempt to do 2 in my constituency, and all the 2 are dried up. You cannot call them dams because, I mean, the water didn't. There's not even water in them.
So there's no one village, one dam.
There's no one village, one dam.
And the people like couldn't depend on it for anything.
Even the animals cannot depend on it. Animals to drink the water cannot depend on it.
What happened to the dam?
There was not even dam. They did something that they call a dam. It's not a dam. To construct a dam, you need a lot of things to do. You construct a dam for farming. You construct and you do irrigation. You do canals. This was just just like a brick. You just break, you just put something on, and it's gone. There is no dam. There is nothing like it. There are original. When you come there, you can see the dams, the old existing dams constructed from Achampon's time over the Kwame Nkrumah and all that. They are there. They are using some for irrigation land.
And that's all.
Yeah, that's for that.
Yeah, Achampon time dams over here.
Kwame Nkrumah's time.
Nkrumah time.
Not born. Those dams are there.
Ponds or the dams.
Yeah, proper dams.
And I
can mention
about how many?
What do you mean? You can talk about some are now certain they need to be desilted, but they are more. They are
not dried up.
They are not dried up. They are not dried up. Those dams are existing. Even though some are silted, you need to distill them so that you can get more water for irrigation. But some are still used for irrigation purposes. Just that the water is not as they will expect to, because they are silted.
It didn't now say the recent one buying as well on the dam. Is it because they are dried up and as a size than an issue?
No, the recent ones that they did, they say there are 2 in my constituency. I can mention 2.
Navrongo Central.
But the 2 are not even done. They spend less than you can't use 3 days to construct a dam. And that's why I call it, they made something like a pond. When you go there, as we are talking now, you will not see one single water on it. So you cannot call it a dam.
Is this because a man spending a lot of days and a number of days go hunting as a dam? And as it's not fit for purpose.
It is not about that. It is not about the number of days they've not constructed or that kind of thing. But because for me, I wasn't there to monitor whatever they are doing. But what I'm saying, when you get there, you will see that there are some small locations. I don't want to say that they did not make an attempt to construct something. But what I'm saying is that those they claim they are done, they are not done, because you cannot have a dam when you don't have water in it. You get what I mean? It's lying down there. Just some. I don't even want to talk.
No, let's talk about it, because government's investment. And you are the member of parliament for the area. If I am to put it for you to the understanding I want you to get. That investment there is from people's taxes, and it must be fit for purpose. Like you said earlier on, the people there are mainly farmers, and I'm sure they depend on these dams for irrigation, don't they?
I don't know if you have told me that you will meet or will engage me on this. What I brought a picture. I'm saying there's no dam. I don't know why you are insisting and talking about that. I'm saying there's no dam. I'm so generous with my words by telling you that. What they said here, they made an attempt to call, but there's no water in it. So as for those two dams I'm talking of, there is nothing in it.
I see.
So don't just, if you want, you can go and check. You can call your people to inspect and tell you. We don't need to waste all our time on something that is not existing.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. There's nothing like that. Unless they want to go and construct new dams. But for now, there are no dams. So don't let us waste our time because it is something that is not existing. So just don't waste your time at all.
I see.
So let's talk about something.
Right. So now, say, yeah, share constituency said you're okay. I know that migration from the north down south. Yeah, a lot of people account.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
Or constituents, you know, are you aware some of them?
No. That migration to do some other jobs. I'm not sure. My people are. We don't have it. We don't. Over the years, it's not like that because most of our people are educated up to a level that they will not want to migrate and come and do those the villages. They come to do this kaya. No, we are not part of that.
Let's talk about infrastructure.
I will not want to talk much about it, but we are not.
Roads and electricity, access to electricity, for water that you just spoke a bit briefly about. Saying and in terms of infrastructure.
Electricity in the 3 years is not bad. Up to over the years, it's not bad. Most of the communities, in a way, not all are completed, but most of there's electricity to almost touching every part of the communities. Not that all, probably some communities, not all, but all the houses, and it's still a problem. I think we still need to cover up. We need not less, but largely up to 70 to 80% covered in terms of electricity. As for the roads, the town roads are not bad. They were all constructed and asphalted up to 2016. Some of them are there. The rural areas, because of the terrain, the long dry season, the roads access just this type of to get to her. It's not all that bad. But still, we have problem, but not like other areas where you cannot move because we have a long period of dry season. To linking the communities, you can easily get back. Even like here, our roads are not good. So if you compare, there are no difference. But the central town is not bad.
Okay, so now, Mama, share what the picture you have for your people. So coming to Parliament as a member of Parliament for your people, and let me say, an ordinary somebody at Navrongo Central, your constituent, meet you. Can you look in the person's face to say that the expectations of you, the member of Parliament?
Ask your question again.
I'm asking that if you meet one of your constituents, and you know, like you were saying, you know all the problems there, the person is also experiencing the problems there. What do you say will be the person's own expectations of you?
Definitely, the expectation today, based on so many areas, people are looking for jobs. People are looking for what to eat, jobs. I mean, jobs is the main thing. People are looking for their school fees and all that to go far. People are looking to be educated. People are looking for my particular area. That is the major two issues that we were looking for. He will expect me that if there are any jobs, it should get to them, so that when they also go to school and complete, and if government is recruiting anywhere, the MP should also be able to assist him to get to where his certificate can send him to. So they expect jobs, and then there are livelihoods.
See. All right, well, let's get to the budget. Recently, buying at the buy, and I'm told that you have some expertise when it comes to taxes.
Oh no, why?
My producer tells me that when it comes to economics and other areas of our lives. We owe much knowledge. They had a budget, and sitting in as a member of parliament, or take presentation, the debate, our course to his approval, and nominee saying who say by your mind, what does that budget hold for the people of Ghana?
If you ask me, there's a big question marks. If you listen to my presentation, I even said it over there, that the budget, fine, it's a budget. But Ghana, we are hot. We are hot because our debt level is very high, which I don't want to talk about that, but I want to local, narrow-mind our conversation to the effect on the poor person. Our budget, where we have gotten to, it is very difficult for us to go and borrow. The local generated income is a big problem, and that is why we are imposing taxes. And that is the question I ask. When you are imposing tax, you call it income tax. If the people are not getting income, how do you impose tax? Where are you imposing the tax on? Impose it on what? But government too is hot, because they need money to do developments. They need money. So I said it there that you are looking at the chicken and the egg. There is no chicken. You say you want to eat more eggs. How do you eat more eggs? So how do you impose taxes when the people cannot even get income? You have this particular year for the first time a budget without minimum wage, a budget without salary increase, a budget which talks about only COVID. We have forgotten that last year was election year, and most monies were spent. You cannot say that election year, this year we didn't spend money. We would spend money on elections itself, we would spend money to train people, electoral commission spent, campaign money, and all that. But if you are saying that the economy last year, what the economy because of COVID, the economy is broke, the economy is down, you need more money, and for that matter, you are going to tax people today for. You cannot get it. Because where are you getting the money when the people are not even recruiting the people, when you are not paying contractors? And taxes shouldn't be a solution. Tax should be a solution if you want your economy to grow.
So, you think that government is in a fix?
Government is a fix.
It's between the chicken and egg scenario. I had Diama buying Musica.
Very well.
But the man from Juma.
So it shouldn't be a solution. Government should come again. They should find ways of building the income. If you build the economy, you can get your taxes.
How do you build the economy when COVID has striking down a lot of businesses? People's activities almost at a halt. And because what do you suggest should be government's approach?
So now you now see the thing. You have said it all. How can you, when COVID has made business down, how do you then tax them when the business are down? So you see the problem. You have said it already that COVID has made business, all the business are not performing. So the man, the city is not working. Now you are saying that you should pay tax. You are saying that the national identification card that we've struggled, if not because of elections, people refuse to register. You are turning that identification card into tax identification number so that you can grab the people based on whatever they do. It means you are saying that by doing that, you have extended the tax net to cover 14 million people.
It's not a smart economic decision.
It cannot be a smart decision, because now that you have said this, it means that those who did not register will not go and register, because they now know this for tax purposes. And who is your target group? Because almost everybody who is doing business like you and I who are working here, well, we pay tax. So when you are looking at that, you are not looking at the poor. And it's the poor who is suffering. And how much are you going to organize from the unemployed? Are you seeing the problem?
I'm getting you.
That is why I'm saying that government should find a ways of looking for. You can suspend so many projects. You cannot call the second year of fruits.
Government should suspend
When you say
the second year of roads.
You say second year of roads when your people are not suffering, when you are not getting income. You cannot kill your people to build the roads.
And that would mean what?
That would mean what, like what?
No construction of roads. Construction of roads in the country.
No, you will say a second year of roads. You are not saying you are not going to do construction. Over the years, last year was first year of roads. Doesn't mean that over the year we're not constructing roads. Where? It means that you are going to put more money into the construction sector roads. Is that where we can get our money? When we go to the roads, can we tax the people? Why not a second year of industry? Your industry, your one village,
one factory.
One factory. Where are them? Why don't you say the second year of that? Why don't you intensify or creating the income? And then you can get money for the country, and you are looking at spending.
I'm looking. So, if I get your picture clear, government should not be focusing so much on road construction, as it has claimed, and maybe channel resources to, one district, one factory. Is that what you're saying?
Not about that. You're looking at how to create the income. Government will look at how to create income. When you are spending, there are two things. You either create the income, and then you use it, or you spend and you sit down there. It's just like you having your 20 Ghana cities, or 200,000, let's say 20,000, and you decide to go and build a house, a room. After building a room, you have a capital, you have an asset. But where's the money? But if you take that money to trade, you are growing the income. And when you grow the income, you get more to solve other things. And let me tell you again, another example is today. You know very well that things are not difficult for you. You don't talk about spending more when you know that there's no income. You manage your expenditure. Mm-hmm. But when you put so many taxes, including baller taxes, including the poor, it means that you are putting more hardship into the poor. And that is why we are saying that it is not the best solution. Even as a 2000, if you remember, you can go and trace back. June 2006. Around 5th June 2016. Even our current vice president said that NDC will what? Very soon they will tax the air we breathe. And tax is not the solution. Over the years, there was things right there that tax is not the solution. Taxing the people, baller tax, increasing the taxes, and not even one single tax. They've increased almost all sector of taxes. And that is where the problem is.
So yes, you admit we have a problem, but the approach by managers of the economy isn't the right.
It's not the right direction. Because they've overborrowed. They've got to a point that they are in a fix. And they said they are the best money, so they should manage it. If they don't have, they should call for a national deficit.
You sound like you're not ready to even prefer solutions if you have. Well, or guidance.
If you are consulted, if there's enough a forum, we sit together. That's why I said that we can all come together and see how best Ghana, we can go forward. But who are you? You know Ghana is winners take all. Even if you have their ideas, will their ideas be taken? Are they prepared to say, let's sit down? Ghana, we don't do that. When you are ruling, you are ruling. And whatever you want to do is what you want to do. Because already before you come, you condemn, you have the Sergio Mama and his people. They're not the former president and his people mismanage the economy. So whatever ideas, will they be prepared to sit with them? Because they think that when they do that, they will get the glory, or it will be a shared ideas. But we have seen what they have done over the years. You saw it. You saw what they said and what the 4 years you are also in this country, and you saw where we have the level we have gotten to.
Musa Jibril share live on Facebook. Or constituency nibi and so share live on Facebook.
Yes.
And on Kingdom Television. It was the honorable member of Parliament for Navrongo Central. And Edin Komose say na di adwentre ene di onunzu ehu ewo mamwe emu na Musa Jibril say Navrongo all the way. And then another person on Facebook also say, proud of you, honorable. We saw what we do about Facebook Live on Kingdom 107.7 FM. Now, Nkuma Edi, we do a questions be our with the Abania Kinkana, honorable Samson Tangombu Chiragia, and the Amuye Nozo, and the Amana. I want to come on. Now, so this difficult time, say the economy ni face as you say, does it then tell you that it's going to be difficult for you to, as it were, fulfill the promises you made to your people back home?
Yeah, definitely. My people understand me. My people know very well that my party is not in power. I will do my best. We are hoping that they will do my best. But if the best, it's an enlightened community. Now, Vrongo, as I told you, our people are very, very enlightened. And they understand. They understand the economy. As you are watching me speaking here, they understand. And they might not be expecting much from me because it's
people are not expecting much from you.
With this condition, they would have expected that I have come and I should be able to do something different for them. But with this current economic crisis, when the government itself cannot even fulfill its promises, people might not, even though they will be highly disappointed in what they would have been expecting. But they understand. My people are highly educated, so I know, but I'll do my best. It's in recess. To be sincere with you, our economy is not in the good footing. For the next 3 years, we will have to, unless miners come from heaven. Because, seriously, you can know it yourself. The man came, when he came, they came 2017. The revenue growth was 24%. 2018, it dropped to 17. 2019 to 14. Now COVID came, zero. We are getting up from nil. When they came, how many ministers did he recruit? 120 something. Today they can't recruit regional ministers because they can't pay. The truth of the matter.
Can't recruit deputy regional ministers.
You can't say that when last year it was important you are regional ministers. This year it is not important you are regional ministers. You have cut down the number of ministers. You cannot pick regional ministers. Why? When you came and the economic was good, which you claim it wasn't good, you recruited so many ministers, you created so many ministers.
But you are now aware that we're all caught up in 2020 in COVID. And conditions
before COVID, how was your economy performing? Before COVID, your economy was not performing. That's why I told you that 2017, the growth was 24%. It dropped and dropped.
Revenue growth?
Yes. It dropped. You don't have the debt. Are you saying that you borrow all the monies this year? The COVID period. Even the COVID period, you were able to get money from IMF. Companies contributed.
Let me ask this. Have you also done an assessment of an economy that will be put almost, should I say, quote unquote, put on hold for a couple of months because of COVID? People will have to go and experience lockdowns. People were made to
with all the COVID, the revenue growth, all the COVID, we're able to mobilize revenue in this country up to some amount. When you put all the blames on COVID, which started last year March, COVID is just 1 year old. Because your economic is not performing, that is why we didn't want.
So the problem we face with our economy is not a lot of COVID.
They started 2017 and borrowing and overborrowing. You mismanage it. That is why you got a shock. But if we're managing, if the economy was on wheels, you wouldn't have gotten the shock.
We had an economy that was growing about 7%.
What about 7%?
Right?
Don't look at those figures.
Yeah, but you were mentioning figures.
What I'm telling you is,
if the economy was growing around over 7%,
most of them are national figures. Let's come down. They are national. Let's come down for the common man to understand. When you came and took the economy, you were able to recruit ministers along 128 or more. You were able to pay them. You were able to create new ministers. You create new regions.
It took the economy that was growing before less than 4%. We grew it to about 7%.
I don't know like that agreement. That Bohemian type of a device, those agreements, they use when we are seeing it. What practically, what are we seeing? We were able to pay and create new regions. We were able to create new ministers, Zongo and all that, and we're able to perform. We're performing.
Now there is COVID.
Now we are saying that just because of COVID, we cannot even pick new regional ministers. Now because we are saying COVID, we have cut down some ministers. Some of the ministers, the initiatives, what is happening to them? Are they okay? Have you finished developing them? Like the Zongo and then what? So the issue I'm saying is that from day one, they mismanaged the economy from 2017. I'm talking 2017, 18, 19. COVID came to 2020. And now because of that, you are not putting taxes while you are in crisis.
Apart from the size of government in 2017 thereafter, what else do you think contributed to our woes, economic woes now? Apart from the size of government.
Apart from the size of government, I don't think they just manage it. They took so many loans. They borrow. And they've got to a limit that when you go out, they borrow, you are in this country. They
borrowing
up to 70%.
Borrowing and shrinking the size of the economy.
Borrow the money you cannot pay. So all the money that you now mobilize, you are using to service loans. The little money you get, you are paying debt and debt interest. And they've gone into bonds. It is no more those days whereby you can say that you can go into a picnic. Because the monies you are borrowing from individuals. And they cannot cancel their monies. It's just like those days when you borrow from countries, you can cancel. You can go into a pick and they cancel. But you use your borrow, your treasury bills and all that, the monies that you borrow and they are paying you. The interest they are paying you. Can you tell them not to pay the interest? No.
They've rolled out one of the biggest social intervention programs in this country. The Free Senior High School rolled out programs like One Village, One Dam, rolled out One District, One Factory, at NAPCO, and many others that you and I know. Would you say that our resources have not been put to good use?
Because there was resources, and that is why I'm saying that because the economy was growing well, they came and rolled that, and they were able to sustain it. And now they are,
and let's not forget.
And now because they've made the economy, now they are putting the blame on COVID. When they came and the economy was there, when your mama left the economy on wheels, they were able
economy
to
then, as they inherited, was in the hands of the IMF.
What was the hands of the IMF when you could recruit 128? Now it is not in the hands of IMF. Why don't you recruit 100 ministers? Yes, that the thing is that those are political talks. When the thing was in the hands of IMF and you claim that the economy was not performing, you could create additional 6 regions. You spend money. You could bring so many ministers, create new ministers. You created so many people. You were able to pay them. You went into free education. You pay. All the initiatives. They were paying from money that were brought from Joe Mama's, the former president, His Excellency Joe Mama's period. Now they have managed the economy up to because of one COVID. COVID, asked them how much have they spent on COVID. Even the water they gave us to drink, the electricity, they say we have to pay. They were borrowing. So you can imagine, did they tell you that the water you were taking, the free water, you were going to pay? So they should speak the truth. Let them agree. Let's all agree that Ghana, where we have gotten to, our economy is in crisis.
And many other economies run the world.
You are talking about Ghana is a problem. You are not living in many.
We are living among the many, aren't
you? You are not living in many.
We are all in the COVID pandemic.
When we are in crisis, you know I cannot speak my chief about the fear some. Let's look at Ghana and see where we live in Ghana. Today, because of COVID, you can't go to UK. You can't go in. So let's manage our economy. Now it is about your household. Ghana is the only place we have for this. And Ghana is for all of us. All the parties will come and go. So let's speak the truth, come together, put our economy on wheels, build Ghana, and we'll all live there and go. And then the future generations will also come and live on. And stop comparing to Cote d'Ivoire. Who told you that there too is good? But you are not the only country. That is not the problem is about you. You cannot tell your wife that I cannot give your money because I'm not the only person. So many people cannot give their wife your money. The problem is you have married me, you have to feed me. Finish. So let's talk about what do we do and stop comparing with UK, Cote d'Ivoire, all that. Because the people are performing, they are also managing things. The best story is that the economy has been mismanaged. He said that when the fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. Because you did not manage the economy very well, one COVID has exposed you. So we should just pray that they should be in the crisis.
It's not like this
COVID exposed you. If you are managing the economy very well, the COVID wouldn't have exposed you. So we should pray that there shouldn't be any other crisis.
You are sounding like under your regime, the country experienced or the world experienced a pandemic like this. Nothing like that happened.
When?
I'm saying you sound like we experienced a pandemic of this magnitude under your regime led by President Mahama or President Mills. None of that happened. Nothing like that happened. There's no pandemic like that.
Some other things happened.
Like what?
The thing they do so was not a pandemic. You saw how we went through. We managed it. The do so was crisis, and then we made sure we did 4 years. We brought electricity back to everywhere. We would excess. It is what a pandemic.
But this was something we didn't have to I mean,
were we expecting it? It started first in 2007, and then it went off. Then your own market it came.
It was purely management.
And he managed it.
Pandemic.
He was able to manage it within 1 or 2 years.
No, it's purely management. And there's a pandemic that is claiming people's lives.
The pandemic is about the same thing, isn't it? Because people also died those years, so businesses went down. It's just because you see.
And now it was within your powers to manage, to save business.
It is within their powers to also save them. They've not done it. They should do it. That's what I'm saying. They should do it like we did. They should manage it. They should manage to comply about COVID. Whether you like it or not, COVID has come. COVID has come to stay with us. So find a solution. My brother.
Right. They should find a solution.
Find a solution. We have put this country in their hands, so they have the key. So let's find a solution. And stop complaining. We shouldn't be moving, putting blames and putting costs on the poor. The problem about it is that when you continue to do that, then where are you going? Because your people are already crying. You say because of COVID. Your people are not employed. Now the moment you increase fuel, you increase tax, everything will go up. You know you drive, if you drive, you know, petrol, where you buy petrol, 100 Ghana, the flooding you have to go and buy. It's so easy. The market price will go up, and the poor buy from the market.
What should be the solution?
What
should be the solution?
The solution should not be a year of rules. They should know the solution. They should make sure we build, how do we build the economy? Let's go into what we can produce and sell. Let's produce and export. Let's do what we can do. And that's what it is. They started one factory, one F, which everybody thought about.
It's a good policy, right?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. If we can produce and export, we'll bring more income into the country. We'll bring more foreign currency into the country. We'll know the dollar will raise the dollar and all that. But not 1 year of fruit. When you say that, you are crying and you say that I'm going to build 2 houses this year. And you are taxing me. Well, I will understand. You were building a house 1 year. You said this particular year you're going to build 2 houses. Meanwhile, you are saying that there's no money, I should pay tax. And then you say that you will not increase my income. That's what I'm saying, that they should tell us the truth. And then let's find a solution. And that's all the Ghana is for all of us.
But there are many roads that are various stages of completion. And I don't think
are you a road contractor?
Apply them. No, apply them. I don't need to be a road contractor towards
all the roads that
young government will suspend the ongoing project.
Most of them were made by when your mama left. The best president, so many of them, like the East Quarter and so on, and they refuse to complete them. So if they are supposed to complete, they complete the roads. Yes. It is not in progress. At this point, we want to deliver. Have they delivered the roads? Let's get the roads delivered, and then we'll all apply on them. But don't say you're going to construct more roads when they want. If you had said that this year, because of the economic crisis, because we are hot, we'll try to complete what we have, we are working on. And then we'll start constructing new roads next year. That would have been perfect. But if you say a second year of roads, meanwhile you are going down to tax dollar, impose dollar tax, impose fuel tax on the poor, then you are unfair to the poor person, the common person. And you have refused to increase salaries. You have refused to increase. If you don't increase minimum wage, it's another tax that they are picking. You are sitting on, instead of you to increase my minimum wage to like by 10%, and I know that one is not taxable. Not increasing that by 10% means that you have imposed tax on me. So go and complete what projects you have ongoing, and then say because of COVID, things are difficult. Next year we'll start the new rules, and then title that people. Why don't you remember? Tighten your belt. We are going to whip it.
How? I mean, would you advise any government politically to hold on to road construction in this country?
No,
looking at the money. No.
That's necessary. We are Ghana roads are bad.
Yes. And you admit?
I admit that roads are not good. We need to do it because with our infrastructure, how do you develop? That one we need it. But I'm saying that when you are in crisis, why don't you complete those? You are saying there are so many ongoing roads. That means that you now have to complete so many ongoing roads. And then you are saying that second year of roads and forcefully construct roads that you don't have money. And you are saying the people that COVID you claim they are dying should pay all the taxes, including dollar tax, for you to construct those new roads. When the people COVID is killing, is the people you are taxing more to construct your new roads, not to complete your old roads. So it means that tell us the truth. That are we in crisis? Yes, we are in crisis. Then let's find a solution. If we are not, then don't put the burden on the common person.
Your solution to this is that government should have a breather. I mean, hold on or pull the brakes a bit on construction of new roads, right? So that the government will have a breather and then focus on production. Is that what you're saying?
If there is roads to complete, as you are saying, and then we have to go into our industrial 1D, 1F, why don't you concentrate more on that and then try to work on the existing roads that we are constructing and we have not completed? Because those roads, as we have gotten to a certain point and you have not complete, such roads, you know what happened? There was, by the time you get there, you have to start again. So why don't you concentrate on that? And then you are saying you are going to construct new roads, a year of roads.
Apart from that, what else can government do? Apart from, I mean, holding on to the year of roads that you think that is not so much, I mean, economically wise. What else can government do in terms of solutions to the many, I mean, economic issues?
Crisis. I cannot sit here and just tell you. Because even if I tell you, I will just be beating the drum. We are the best.
No, let's share. I mean,
no,
it's a national discourse. It is good you share with us.
At the appropriate time, I'll give you the solution. But for now, let's leave it where it is, because
you don't want to or you can't.
What I am saying is that the economic, that there's so many ways of managing it. It's not through taxes. You cut down expenditure, as I told you already, that where things are difficult, you manage it. When you don't have money, what do? You as an individual, if you know that the money income, your income levels are lower, what do? You try to find means of getting more, and then you cut down expenditure, or you manage your expenditure. Are you seeing it? Now, how do we manage expenditure? We are going to agriculture, as we suggested. We're saying if we go into that and we are able to produce more, we'll get market for our produce, we'll get more income. Try to find ways of putting all the companies that are in research. You can even build the corporate bodies. The enterprises are there. People have not been working for so many years. How do you bring those businesses back? You bring your businesses back, you try to work on your industry, and then from there you take off from there. There are so many ways they know that we can go into, and they will build up our economy. It is not true only government sector, the private sector. If you're able to build up the private sector, the economy will come back on road, and then we'll do our new rules. But when we don't have, and we are constructing new capital expenditure, where we just spend.
Somebody on Facebook is asking me to ask you this question, Joseph Andem, and he says, please, Mas, ask you, how would you have managed the COVID? Has this government managed the COVID better? Or you could have managed it much, much better as they have?
How will you have managed the COVID?
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
COVID management.
Okay.
Who is it?
I've not, for me, the level, in a way, we did our best. Looking at the COVID, fine.
So government has done
COVID mostly was supposed, the management has more to do with the individual than the government sector. Really? It is about education. COVID was about education.
And who learned that?
It's about how we obey the protocols. Government, the campaign was going on, even though we didn't. Along the line, you realize that September, October, November, the campaign period, the political period, people decided that you could see the
in fact, you did. You saw it. You did yourself.
No, campaigning. So it was a big issue. But the COVID has to do with your own discipline, management. I said, until now, we received the vaccine. What were we saving? How were we managing it? We go to a lockdown. The food they said they were supplying, how many people got food free to chop? The water they gave us, they said the water was a load. They could always say the management. What did the money? We are paying for what we enjoyed. And how many of you used the line water? I bought water throughout. You know how many people have this water is pipe?
How rolled out free water, free electricity?
Free, you are paying
all these at the expense of the economy.
They pay on behalf of you. But you said that you could not pay. No, government told it was free. You say, well, thank you. So that you have more income. So if government has done that, if government has agreed, listen. The government did that for us because of COVID. Then why is government taxing us today? Is the COVID gone?
Because government needs revenue.
Government didn't need revenue at the time. Is the COVID gone? I'm still
No, so are you saying?
Or is it because you are not wearing masks, you think the COVID is gone?
No. Let me ask you.
The COVID is not gone.
Would you have sat aloof for your people to die, or for your people to face
how many percent
are you on, and then say that I'm trying to make savings for the economy?
Can you tell me that are you on that line? Do you have the free water? So did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the free electricity?
I enjoy the free water.
You enjoy the free water, then you are lucky. But I know not more than 20% people enjoy the go to rural areas. How many people use the free water?
Is it, even if
free water?
Even if it's 1%, does it not matter?
So you are not paying for this. So did they tell you that the water I was going to suspend, you pay water for this period? After COVID, then you pay. Did they tell you that we're going to pay for it? Did they tell you that we're Ghanaians, they put a national forum, that look, because of COVID, we're giving free water. We just want to suspend it. So that after that, Ghanaians will pay for the water. No. So they campaign message. They use it, say we're giving free water. And then probably I'll even blame because that was why you even voted for them. Because you were giving free water, say government will thank you. Because of COVID, even though I don't have COVID, even though I'm enjoying it, you thought it was free. And we are paying today for it.
So can we
that is all. If you say manage, I'll tell you who manage who. If you manage your own COVID, if you don't manage your COVID, you will get it. So it has to do with the protocols. It has to do with your individual behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenyans, most of the people who manage it, they manage it very well. Try to,
there was no management.
And we're doing it, and everybody was
involved. Individual management.
Everybody was involved. I know you also supply PPEs.
Mm-hmm.
You supply sanitizers. Mm-hmm. So we were all involved, protecting ourselves. You have a bucket in your house.
But government of the day was the biggest.
Did government give you any Veronica bucket? No.
Government did not.
You bought one in yourself, and you were washing your hands with the sanitizers and then tissues.
So far as the management of the COVID is concerned, you didn't see government playing any major role.
Government did not. Whatever government thought they've done, all those have been cancelled. For now telling us, as a result of COVID, we owe 19 billion, and we are paying whatever we have to pay.
Are you against it? I mean, people paying taxes?
I cannot be against people paying tax, but they pay reasonable taxes.
So this tax is
not reasonable. Yes. When we are dying, we don't pay tax. When the people you said, because of them, even at the time, you give them free water, you give them reliefs. You don't give them relief at the same time imposing tax, dollar tax on them, COVID tax on them.
Right. We have more for you, man. For adding to the debate is on Facebook. My guest, Honorable Samson Tangombu Chiragia.
Yes.
And meneno edin komo Facebook join us na for adding to Abraham. I'm for me. As a man Don KB Godfred. I am Dennis was and I am Dennis. We see you. Na Fe Mensa Jibril. You're live on Facebook. Akenyaba Raymond Atenga, you're live on Facebook. Say, how can you increase fuel price, dollar taxes, health insurance taxes without increase the wages for public sector workers? God have mercy, this government. Anyway, on also the no. Well, let me also announce that we've just been joined by Era Kofi Apalu, conferred by LPG or studio. Now, Ose, we left at a level that's better than where it is now. Honorable, finally, I know, Percival Kwaba.
Yeah.
Right. Everything come. Honorable, to conclude with your conversation.
Because I've got a serious meeting.
Yeah. Okay, I know. So, finally, what would you say to your constituents and to government, I mean, in this particular COVID-19 and its management and everything?
The COVID-19 has come to stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just our plea that we should all continue to obey the protocols. It's our hope that with the vaccines coming in and where God willing, it will go as the way it came. But before then, we should still try to obey the protocols because it's there. We don't have to just, we don't know what will happen now that the rains are coming. We don't have to just relax. So let's continue to obey the protocols, and then we'll pray We hope that the way it came, it will go out the same way.
You had your secondary education where, Navrongo?
Navrongo Secondary School, yes.
Was there once that you saw somebody in dreadlocks?
No.
In your days, even if they had come to the school in locks, do you think the person would have been admitted?
No. Every school has got its own rules. Even the way you cut your hair. Some schools will tell them, must bring your hair down. Schools have their own principle, your attire and then all that and all that. And the school, I went to the school those days, I'm not sure they would have allowed you to come with dreadlock and all that and all that.
Would you send your child in locks to school?
To be sincere with you, if you are my child and you come home with lock, I'll sack you.
So
I don't believe in that. That is somebody's culture. Whatever it is, that is not our culture. For me, I'm seriously not. I don't even like it. I don't know. That is me. As to whether it is somebody's right or not, I think it's something that I don't believe.
So when you heard of this Achimota incident, what do you make of all that?
Achimota school has got their own principles. They have given them admission. They are only saying that when you are coming to my school, don't do this, don't do that, don't do. These are the rules. You either obey them and come in, or if you don't obey, you go away. Finish. This one is not even an agreement anyway. When you are going to Sunday school, they give you the attire, white shirt, trousers, slippers, whatever is there. Dreadlocks, when they get the prospectus, did you see any dreadlocks? They say you can use it, leave your hair. No. And then even our girls, our children who go to Sunday schools, they don't even plan their hair. Can a lady do her hair and go to Sunday school? You have to cut off your hair. At the JSS level, primary school level, they can do. They can leave their hair, they do. But when they get to the Sunday school, they cut. So why do somebody come with dreadlocks?
I've heard Honorable Okudzeto Blakwa say that we don't seem to be fair to the children. What do you make of that?
I will not want to go into that because he's my colleague. And that is his own opinion, so he's entitled to his opinion.
But you disagree with him?
No. What I'm simply saying is that Achimota School have got their guidelines, rules and principles. They've not refused to admit you, so you cannot talk about your rights here. They've admitted you, but you are not coming the way they say, look, you are improperly dressed. So go back and dress well. Finish. So you either agree or you go away. It's just like they tell the school uniform is check, and you say you want to wear black shirt and go. And they say this is not a school uniform, go and change it. I say you will not go because you have the right to wear any shirt. That is your own right. So you go and go to your own school. This one is not a matter that people should discuss. As for me, I don't actually want to go into a debate because it's very simple. I have admitted you, but I'm saying that you are improper dressed. So dress well, finish. That one to the matter.
Honorable Samson